Hello, Wines and fans. It's Jonathan.
It's Pleasance here.
Yeah, and we are at Bangsar in a lovely little cafe called Mizu, and we wanted to actually share a nice little wine that we found.
So recently, we were introduced to Cantine Guidi. They are from Tuscany, from Chianti specifically, and it's been a really fun getting to know this brand. They are family owned, and you know, Jonathan and I are really big on family owned wineries because of the history, the background. Anyway, without getting into all that,
Yeah, especially an operation like this has been around since 1929. I mean, that's almost 100 years.
yeah,
Wow.
almost 100 years.
The legacy on this thing is amazing. Yeah.
So they are into 4 generations now of owner and winemaker. And we have today 2 pretty cool selections from their production line.
But here's the thing. For us in Malaysia, this is rare. Really rare. When I say, I mean like Pleasance and I have found boutique operations before, but you know, it means it's got a consistent source. Someone really brings it in and then maintains it. But this is rare. I mean, we're talking like less than 200 bottles for the entire country. All right.
Yep.
So this is that's why we wanted to share this with you guys, our Wines and Network fans, because I know you guys appreciate these little gems which nobody else can find. Which one should we start off first?
Well, I think we should start off with the Chianti Classico.
Yeah. Okay. Chianti Classico Reserva. All right. Yeah.
Just to be honest.
You know, one thing I like about these, I don't know if you can see this, all right? You can see this label here. This is so modern for a Chianti Classico label. They normally tend to be very classic, you know, tan or white label, very traditional. But I love these labels, man. It's just so modern.
We'll show you a close-up of the bottles later.
Yeah. Alright. Just hope I don't embarrass my sommelier friends here. That I am opening correctly. Bottom lid all the time. Bottom lid all the time. Yes.
Perfect.
Got that right.
Tap, tap.
And I also sometimes we get questions, you know, like how deep should I put the prong through? Watch. There. All the way. No curves. Straight in. That's because some of these corks can be really long, especially these new modern wineries, and you know, they got good quality corks, so they go in all the way. So you want this to go all the way in. If not, you might pull out half the cork, and you don't want to be able to. You don't want to mess with
We
half
don't want that.
Been through that too often. So no fall about.
There we go. All right.
Now. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. There you go.
Perfect. Pristine.
Yeah, great cork. This is not a cheap cork. Yeah. These things normally cost about, you know, 80 cents euro or €1 each. Yeah. Okay.
Shall we get
Normally
on
for
with
wines
that?
like this, we can, we'll try both, okay? We'll see what happens. We're going to try them straight out and see if it needs a little help. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
I mean, from the look of it already, color-wise, it's a lovely, almost like blood-rich tinge, orange tinge. They have a nice red core, ruby core, I would say. Yeah, it's got a ruby core. And oh yeah, a little bit about this wine. This is a Chianti Classico Reserva, which means this thing has to be aged in an additional 2 years. spend a little bit more time in oak and a little bit more time in bottle before it is ever released out to the public. Why they do this is because they want to smoothen up the wine, allow more oak integration at the end. But here's the thing: if your quality of fruit is not ready for that kind of treatment, the wood system can very easily overpower the wine, right? So if you want to declare something a Reserva, the Italian commission that handles this, the DOCG, the people who give you this Denominazione Origine Controllata Garantita, they will come in and they will actually look at your production and deem it whether it's worthy enough for a Reserva designation. And then, by law, you're allowed to call it Reserva after that. It's quite a lot of, I would say, hurdles to jump to be able to call a wine a Reserva.
Right.
Right. Let's try. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, jumping right out of the glass already. Getting a lot of red and black cherries, which is, those raspy cherry notes are something you really want to get in a Chianti Classico.
I'm getting spice. Spice, not heat. Spice. A bit of cinnamon, clove, hint of vanilla.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that woody notes. I'm getting vanilla notes. I'm getting clove notes on the back. And let's time the finish on this thing. Okay. Here's one thing we like to do on some of our wines. Alright. Stopwatch. Okay. What we like to do is we like to time the finish on these wines, and normally, to our standard, a well-made wine is about 20 seconds. Even after you swallow it, how long that flavor goes on should be about 20 seconds. Means you got a decent, well-made wine. Better quality wines or higher end wines will tend to have longer finishes. Okay, so here we go.
Cool. Are you ready?
There, let's go. Go. And it also helps that sometimes the better wines will have what we call a shift note, where time passes by, you don't even realize it. You just keep tasting it, and next thing you know, you just wonder where the time goes. You've had wines like that. It's really good. Still going strong.
Okay.
31 seconds. Wow. Good job.
Not bad at all.
Very nice. Now, we just opened these, and some of you may ask, well, what will happen? Do I need to decant these wines or whatnot? So yeah, we like to do this. We like to taste our wines right out of the bottle, and then we want to know how this thing will expand or evolve throughout the night. But if you don't have that time, or you're like us, we don't like to wash decanters.
Me no likey decanters.
Get yourself one of these aerators. This is probably my favorite aerator. Is the Rabbit. And what I like about this is, one, they're easy to wash. I love these things. You can take and you can just wash them. And then see that little device there, right? That there will super aerate your wine. So basically, this thing can do the job of what an decanter can do in 20 minutes. This thing can do in 5 seconds. So let's see what happens to this wine.
Very good. Thank you.
We're actually speeding up time now.
Already.
Okay.
Different on the nose. More fruit.
Oh my. Wow. There's an extra layer of black fruits coming out from the bottom. Yeah. Wow, there's so much more in this wine. So complex. Now you get the layers of flavor coming out.
Once aerated, it just open up the wine so much more, and it's expanded this way, and you could taste everything else in between. I'm craving for pasta right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so mouth-watering.
Oh yeah, that mouth-watering raspy acidity is great. And the cool thing about Italian food is this wine will call out to Italian food. So if you're in a place that serves really good bolognese or carbonara, pastas, whatever.
Pastas, tomato-based dishes would be really awesome with this.
Yeah, good complementary pairing.
Lots of acidity, but with good fruit as well. Oh yeah.
What's the availability of this?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, total production on this Reserva was about 3,500 bottles total production, as in that's all that's made, like, for the whole world
For the year.
Yeah.
3,500.
for that year. And I think there may be only 150 to 180 bottles in Malaysia itself.
Oh wow. So yeah, grab these while you can. You can PM us for the pricing. They carry it over here at Mizu. This is the only place we know that has this wine. So yeah, if you want, just come on down to Mizu and drink this stuff. Normally when you go to a restaurant, they will have certain wines by the glass, but they don't have cult wine like this by the glass. And Mizu here actually pours this by the glass. So you can come over here and enjoy it by the glass. Right? You don't have to get the bottle, but after you try that first glass, I think you probably want to get the bottle. I know, yeah. They also use these aerators here, so you don't have to wait. The flavor will start bursting out right out of the glass. Oh yeah, and they also serve some really great pastas here to go with that. So
And katsu sandwiches. That's what they're known for.
Katsu sandwiches are really good.
Hungry now. So let's move on to the flagship wine of Cantine Guidi, which is the Avus Venter Toscana IGT, which is essentially a Super Tuscan. It is made with 3 different grapes, which is primarily Sangiovese, which makes up about 50% of this wine, and it is sandwiched by 25% of Merlot and 25% of Cabernet. So,
yeah, and FYI, some of you might be a little confused. You know, you've gone to Italian wine classes, you've heard them say, there's Vino Tavola level, there's IGT or Indicazione Geografica Tipica, and then DOC, Denominazione Origine Controllata, and then DOCG, which is Denominazione Origine Controllata Garantita. I got that.
that's a mouthful.
Yeah, but of these 4, technically DOCG is the highest level. So I get these questions and go, hey look, if DOCG is the highest level, why are most Super Tuscans IGT? That reason is a little bit political, because here's the controversy, or it used to be a controversy, but it's now it's no longer a big deal. Super Tuscans are called that because they blend a portion of traditional Italian grapes with non-traditional varietals like Merlot, Cabernet. They're not native to Italy. So the DOCG and DOC levels don't apply to them because they are not typical native style wines. But it doesn't mean that what's in the bottle isn't worth drinking. Most of the time, some of the most expensive wines in Italy, Tinanello. Sorry. Yeah, those wines are, they're some of the most expensive wines in Italy, and they have IGT designation on them. I think they're working on trying to get the DOCG status to be changed to make an exception because the wines of those that caliber, they just deserve to be labeled slightly differently. Although I don't care, I just care what's inside the glass or what's inside the bottle. And this here is one of the best steals in Malaysia right now. Okay, so there you go. Avus Ventor. This is Cantine Guidi's Super Tuscan offering. Really low production. What's the production on this thing?
I think only about 2,000 bottles in total.
That's
produced.
Yeah. That's less than the big names I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And this wine has received a number of accolades. You know, I think in fact the Chianti got a gold medal in the Decanter magazine at one time. Yeah. And it's just so rare to find that, you know, floating around in Malaysia. You know, this is very hard to find that brand. And this one here, I think scored a 93 point.
Yeah, 93 points.
Yeah, from Tony Wood. And Tony Wood is we'll put a link on to his website or his blog.
Yeah,
but he is a very well respected Italian wine critic.
Yeah.
He's sought after by auction houses and importers and contests to judge and basically evaluate wine offerings or wine collections. So again, here we go. We'll try it right off first.
Swirl, swirl, swirl.
Okay.
In the glass. Wow. Look at the
Now,
color.
right off. Color on this is way deeper than the Sangiovese based grapes. I think the Merlot. This one has Merlot
And Cabernet.
and Cabernet in, so they are contributing to a much darker core. I'm seeing very opaque dark
Center.
center.
Opaque.
It's dark
Really
red
dark.
brick rim. It's a baby. I mean, you look at it, and we'll show you a close up of this later when you can see what we call the meniscus of this wine, and you will see that it is in such a youthful condition right now. I mean, this thing probably has another 15 years on it, easy.
Young.
Okay? All right. Ready?
Cheers.
Apple skins. I'm getting red apple skins. Yeah. Burn it off a little bit. So production is 2,000 bottles?
Bottles, not cases. Oh man.
Wow, this is a heavy hitter. I don't even know if I'm drinking a classified growth Bordeaux
That's
or
a gem.
jam-packed center. Yeah,
That's
very
a
dense. It's
forest
dense.
fruit pie for me. Ooh, that.
We'll have to wait. A few moments later. Let's gauge the finish on this. Wow. Those cherries and blackberries. And I'm getting some plum notes on the back.
Yep, dark fruits, lots of it. It's just like a really well baked pie. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Vanilla. I'm craving steak. But that's what happens. You put Merlot or Cabernet based wines into me and I start thinking about grilled meats. I'm gonna seek help for it. Oh my gosh, this thing has those shift time thing. Look, it's 41 seconds, it's still going.
Still tasting
I'm still
it.
tasting it. And say when? Are you done?
It's fading now.
53-second finish. This thing has a 53-second finish with shift time. I remember the first time when we tried this, I told you this was like a baby Tinanello or a baby Sassicaia.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you could go and get one of those for about 1,000 to 2,000 ringgit. But this, I can tell you, is nowhere near that price. So just PM us in the description below if you want to know how much this really rare. How many bottles in Malaysia?
I think maybe about only 100.
100 bottles in Malaysia of this wine.
I want to try this.
Oh, and now we'll try with the aerator. Good call, good call. Because if it's giving off so much in the beginning, I wonder what happens if you decant this thing.
Thank you.
Waste no money. Cheers. It's more jump. It's really jumping out of the glass now. It's almost like someone took all that fruit and are blasting it through my nostrils. I can't define. It's really coming out in a fire hose way now. This thing. I'm getting reduced plum, dark cherries, black cherries.
It tastes really jammy. I mean, it has like dark fruit compote. Compote. You know, when you cook fruit down into like a jam and then put it on ice cream, that's what it tastes like. And it has that spice note. It still has a spice note. Vanilla, a bit of clove, cinnamon characters, a touch of cedar, that woody note.
Yeah.
You get cedar?
Yeah, I'm getting that tobacco box note.
Yes.
Yes, you know when you open a fresh box of cigars, you get that cedar wood nose. This is what this thing comes out. Oh, so good. Wow. So I'm telling you, that dark fruit component, it's a really young wine.
Very
Even
young.
after
Still a
decanting,
baby.
and we got a lot of notes from it, but I still have a sense that there's more in there. So if you get any of these, and you want to age them, like I said, this thing easily has 15 years on it, based on the color and now taste.
Easily, yeah.
There'll be more layers of flavor coming out as you let this wine come into its drinking window.
Such an amazing food wine. It tastes great on its own, but I'm sure this will taste so good with the right foods.
Yeah, something hearty.
Yeah.
Something hearty.
Grilled meats. I would do this with grilled meats.
I think you do this with some beef stew or something.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, beef stew would work really good on this.
Beef stew.
Yeah.
But I like grilled meats.
Yeah, grilled meats. This thing
Like-
just screams grilled meat.
Beef, lamb. So good. Delicious.
Really. I can't believe they pour this by the glass here. I mean,
Wow.
you normally never get wines of this kind of quality being poured by the glass. Most likely it's bottled and probably cost you an arm and a leg, but over here, they've got it. They've got it for a song, really. Come over to Mizu in Bangsar here and try it. Don't believe me, just ask for a glass of this and just taste it. It's just amazing, this wine. Gosh, they're easily one of the best wines by the glass I've tried this year. Wow. So, anyway, it's getting late. We've got some training to do later. But if you have any questions on this wine, please, we look forward to your
Drop us a message.
drop us a message in the comments or messages on Facebook or our Instagram, WineZen. And and also, thanks a lot to Mizu for letting us use this lovely place to try these wines and tell you guys about it. Okay? Again, This is Jonathan Chia,
And Pleasance.
and we're signing off. And we'll catch you on the next tasting video.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh, not much left.
We'll take it.